your beautiful sentence.
So, yeah, so, you know, the sentence from self-punishment to self-nourishment is definitely a theme that I feel needs to be explored and expanded. You know, I feel like, you know, particularly growing up in a Western culture,
Yes.
where we have been taught, and you know, it's not our mother's fault, it's just diet culture as a whole, and the journey that we've come from. And you know, I even chatted yesterday, you heard my live talking about, you know, a lot of us have grown up with Cosmopolitan, Cleo, Girlfriend, Dolly, these glossy magazines that only showed one kind of woman. And she usually was tall, thin, and maybe a size 8 or 10 if we were lucky.
Yes.
So then what happens is, you know, a message that gets embedded in us at a very young age is that unless you look like that kind of woman, you are not enough, and you're just not the ideal woman. So then what happens is we then embark on, in these beautiful glossy magazines and now on social media with the diet culture, we're told the only way to get to that is punishment. And then we take on this whole thing where we go on these radical diets that, I mean, you're a naturopath, Ange. I mean, some of these diets really do a lot of damage, and not even physically, emotionally and psychologically. A lot of damage is done. There's this deprecation that happens. There's a lot of depriving and a lot of scarcity thinking. And it's really from a punishment place. You know, we think to ourselves, okay, I'm not good enough because I'm not fitting into society's norms of what a woman should look like. So now let's whip ourselves into shape, usually in a very a path of punishment. Whereas you and I both know that there are so many ways to nourish ourselves, not punish ourselves. And we are perfectly imperfect just the way we are. So there's a few things. And I know to jump from, you know, self-punishment and really being down on yourself to self-love is a massive jump. But even if we could just get to a place, and I think that in-between place is just nourishing ourselves, looking after ourselves, self-respect, as you know, because self-love, it's a huge jump to go from self-hate or to love. But maybe if we can just get somewhere in the middle, which is, for me, is respect and nourishing, you know, making great choices that nourish us.
Yes. No, for